Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Chief Electoral Officer Shekhar says Nagaland is fully prepared for free and fair assembly election. NDPP and NCP launches manifesto for Nagaland elections. District Election Officer Kohima initiates house-to-house postal ballot for absentee voters in the category of senior citizens and persons with disabilities. And Union Minister Goyal exhorts entrepreneurs to focus on the unique selling proposition. Now the news in detail. Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland V. Shekhar has expressed confidence on the overall preparation of the entire state election machineries and that it will be conducted in a smooth, free and fair manner. Speaking exclusively to AIR News on the poll preparedness in Nagaland, Shekhar said several rounds of training for district election officers, returning officers, polling parties, EVM nodal officers have been conducted, while electronic voting machines were dispatched to the respective districts and stored in strong rooms. He also apprised that the election office is constantly in touch with different stakeholders and holding meetings with political parties as well as with the enforcement agencies, police and administrative machinery. Mentioning some unique features of the upcoming election, Shekhar informed that many village councils have voluntarily come forward and passed resolutions for a free and fair election whereby the village councils have decided not to accept any inducement or indulge in any kind of electoral malpractices. These villages are Nihoku in Newland district, Ke Pasa and Tizama villages in Kohima, while some from Woka district. The CEO assured that despite some of the polling booths located geographically remote, it is the endeavor of the entire election machinery to reach out to the eligible voters who desire to vote. On the facilities provided to senior citizens and persons with disabilities during the election, he said the Commission and the entire election machinery is very sensitive to the needs of senior citizens and persons with disabilities. The Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party (NDPP) today launched the election manifesto, Nagaland Towards a State of Excellence. In a release, NDPP Media Cell said that the manifesto is a reflection of the party's core values of democracy, progress and inclusivity, while also outlining the vision and presenting a clear plan of action to make Nagaland a state of excellence. The NDPP manifesto focuses on a range of issues, including education, healthcare, agriculture, infrastructure, and job creation, which are critical to the development of Nagaland and the welfare of its citizens. Through the proposed initiatives, NDPP aims to transform Nagaland into a modern, prosperous, and inclusive state. Some of the key proposals include establishment of world-class educational institutions, development of a robust healthcare system, modernization of agriculture, and the promotion of entrepreneurship, construction of high-quality infrastructure, and creation of new job opportunities. NDPP further pledged to work tirelessly towards the realization of the vision and transform Nagaland to a state of excellence. National General Secretary NCP Northeast in charge Narendra B. Verma yesterday released the party's election manifesto for Nagaland in Woka. Verma said that he was very satisfied with the prospect of NCP candidates in the forthcoming election in Nagaland, particularly in Woka. He said that the party will be a part of coalition government in Nagaland after 2nd March. Verma further stated that the NCP will emphasize on good road conditions for rural marketing, unemployment and women empowerment. Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer Kohima today initiated house-to-house postal ballot facility for the absentee voters in the category of senior citizens and persons with disabilities listed under the district. It was initiated to facilitate the senior citizens and persons with disabilities who are entitled to cast their votes through postal ballot. The exercise was carried out by the polling teams in all the 6 assembly constituencies to enable the listed voters to exercise the franchise through postal ballot. This news comes to you from All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Union Minister Goyal exhorted entrepreneurs to focus on a unique selling proposition of their products and world-class quality and minimize dependence on the government, as it is detrimental to the long-term success of businesses. Goyal was interacting with startup founders and students during the Northeast Entrepreneurs Dialogue, accelerating the startup growth engine at Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology, Machitar, in Sikkim today. He also shared that following the removal of subsidies, the LET pulp industry in India expanded from selling 6 lakh units annually before 2014 to selling around 6 lakh units on a daily basis, besides reducing per unit cost drastically. Citing this example, he also urged entrepreneurs to focus on a scale of production. The minister urged all present to work towards maintaining the sanctity of Sikkim's 100% organic state status, stressing on increasing the state's organic product exports. He also reiterated that the centre is ready to set up extension campuses of the National Institute of Design and Indian Institute of Packaging to help entrepreneurs. Rajya Sabha MP and Congress General Secretary in charge of Communications Department, Jairam Ramesh, today said the BJP does not want a solution to Nagaland political issue. Speaking to media persons in Dimapur today, Ramesh said the solution to the Naga political issue would have been a reality if their intention was on the right track. In this, he asked the BJP central leaders who are at the helm of power to take the people of Nagaland into confidence and talk about the real issues. He said Naga political solution has to be holistic and based on maintaining the dignity, pride and diversity of the Naga society. He said a view of the people is that a peace accord has to be based on consensus which has to be acceptable to the larger groups. Jairam also stated that the Congress party in Nagaland is in the process of re-strengthening of the organization, as those elected on Congress ticket left the party without remaining loyal, and added that it will take some time. 12 cheetahs from South Africa arrived at Kunno National Park in Madhya Pradesh today. These cheetahs were released into the park by Union Ministers Bhupendra Yadav and Narendra Singh Tomar and Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. The cheetahs are being brought to India as part of the Cheetah Reintroduction Project on the basis of Memorandum of Understanding signed between South African and the Indian governments. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRAI, has directed telecom service providers to take urgent steps to demonstrate visible improvement in quality of service and quality of experience by consumers. As per the Ministry of Communications, the authority held a meeting with major telecom service providers yesterday in New Delhi. The meeting was held to review the issues related to quality of telecom services being faced by consumers and the menace of unsolicited commercial communications. Service providers were asked to analyze the issue of call muting and one-way speech and take corrective action on priority. They were further informed that TRAI is closely monitoring the incidences of long-duration network outages. All the telecom providers were asked to report such outages to TRAI in any district or state. And now 20 News, here are main points again. Chief Electoral Officer Shekhar says Nagaland is fully prepared for free and fair assembly elections. NDPP and NCP launches manifesto for Nagaland elections. District Election Officer Kohima initiates house-to-house postal ballot for absentee voters in the category of senior citizens and persons with disabilities. And Union Minister Goyal exhorts entrepreneurs to focus on a unique selling proposition. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.